Welcome to Your Take. This is a review of the HBO Max original television adaptation of the novel Between the World and Me. Between the World and Me premiered on HBO Max November 21st, 2020. It was directed by Camilla Forbes. It is originally a novel by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and here is the clip from the HBO Max making of the film adaptation with Camilla Forbes.
Of this piece of work. It was a book, it was a piece of theater, and now a piece of television film.
Between the World and Me is a book that I published in 2015 that attempts to grapple with the murder of a friend and classmate, Prince Jones, in 2000. It's a very, intimate work that's written, addressed to my son.
We were both at Howard when Prince was murdered by the Prince George's County Police, and it was something that was incredibly impactful and devastating.
Dear son, I'm telling you this in your 15th year.
Between the World and Me really pulls from a tragic and timeless problem in American history, and that is the extent to which American policy, American history, has basically visited violence upon Black people.
When I read it, I felt like this is what I've been trying to say and articulate about what it means to be Black in America. And when you see it on the paper, you're like, that's it.
This is your country.
This isn't new to us, but to have it put up front and center in such a personal way.
I was a big fan of the book. This book gave hope because it appeals to people's humanity.
It did such an incredible job of really humanizing what this movement is about.
You must find some way to live within the all of it.
I have always wanted you to attack every day in struggle.
We launched it at the Apollo. In theater, it's really about the emotional impact. So we worked with amazing dramaturgs to adapt the book for the theater, and it was really about lifting the poetry up and those very highly emotionally charged moments of the book.
To be in the Apollo, in that theater, it was magical that night. And when the lights went up and Joe Morton got up, it was an emotional ride like I've never experienced in theater.
You have seen men in uniform drive by and murder Tamir Rice, a child whom they were oath-bound to protect.
So that was a challenge of taking it from book to theater. And then the next step, I think the challenge of film is this is a visual medium. It was a whole reconception process.
It was like listening to 100 different renditions of Redemption Song.
One of the things that we really wanted to do was create an intimate space to make it feel like right behind that lens is the person that we're talking to.
Dear son,
Daughter. Dear son.
I will survive for you.
We're telling the stories through monologues, individual home movies, archivals that we just have not seen.
Animation and music.
Black is beautiful.
This is heavy material, but put together in such a wonderful way that interweaves love and pain and joy and resilience.
The real point of Between the World and Me is to not obscure, but to illuminate and to remind people what is at the base of all of this.
This is the conversation right now that we're having and is deeply important.
You know, the beautiful thing about humans and artists is that we're going to create no matter what.
There were absolutely phenomenal performances by Oprah Winfrey, Phylicia Rashad, Angela Davis, Mahershala Ali, Joe Morton, Yahari Shahadi, Angela Bassett, and so many more. This is an outstanding production. Check out the trailer.
Black is beautiful. The Black body is beautiful. And we must never submit our original self. Dear son.
Son,
Dear son.
Daughter. Dear brothers.
I'm telling you this in your 15th year.
There's no uplifting way to say this.
One must be
without error here.
Everyone has a story. Here's mine.
To be black in the Baltimore of my youth was to be naked before the elements.
I wanted to pursue things. I was admitted to Howard University, but formed and shaped by the Mecca. The Mecca is a machine crafted to capture and concentrate the dark energies of all African peoples and inject them directly into the student body.
In America, it is traditional to destroy the black body. I'm sorry that I cannot save you. I have always wanted you to attack every day of your brief, bright life in struggle.
Struggle for your grandmother and grandfather. Struggle for the memory of your ancestors. Struggle for your name. We have made something down here. They made us into a race. We made ourselves into a people.
Yeah, America the ugly. This country is deep, to say the least. As from Louisville, Kentucky to LA to the east, where the race been on. Though recently I've been making peace with the fact black bodies are worth more if they're deceased.
I commend HBO Max for showing this powerful presentation by Camilla Forbes and inspiring so many of our young people with this work. It is something that everyone needs to watch. I give it a 5.0 solid, best score ever. Please leave your take in the comments below.